Hi guys, this is Ratchet Throw, and we are playing Criminal Case Traveling Time, Case 17, Rebel Without a Pulse. Let's unlock Chapter 3 and Janis has gone somewhere. Katria, it's Janis! She's run away! Janis has run away? Why? Where? She muttered something about the black market and then bolted out without even putting on a disguise. It's not safe for Janis to be outside. What if she runs into the Ptolemy guard? Katria, I understand now how worried you were when I ran off with Alexandra. But this is even worse. We're wanted criminals. Don't worry, Penelope. We'll find Janis. Katria, let's run to the black market. Okay. Janis! Janis! Oh, Katrina, thank goodness. Janis, why'd you run off? I'm sorry, but I just couldn't bear another second without knowing what had happened to my grandchildren. And I thought maybe I could get information at the black market. But all I discovered is that my grandkid's house doesn't even exist in this timeline. I'm so worried. Janis, I know this must be hard, but it's just too dangerous to go looking for your family. We already lost a bet, we can't lose you as well. Now, let me take you back to the headquarters. In the meantime, Katrina, you should take another look for clues around the black market. I'll catch up with you shortly. Knew that was the reason for running off. The murder happening. And for what did you deserve to get a hole in the chest? I thought I wasn't going to find anything. Katria, now that Janis is safe and sound, let's see what you found. That's the victim's backpack. There's his initials. Let's look inside. And this note is addressed to Storm. Hovering up that green powder will let us read what it says. You also found a digital camera, Katrina. We should crack the passcode fast. Okay, first we're gonna unlock the camera. Okay, but that's lots of files. We got the camera from the crime scene unlocked, Katrina. Penelope will be fastest at sifting through the photos. Okay, I thought that we are sending all the gadgets to Kai. But alright, Penelope will do that. Okay, now the stain note. Let's collect this green thing. Storm, how dare you accuse me? For what? Katria, the note to Storm says, "How dare you accuse me?" That's not much to go on. Let's see if microscoping the green stuff that was on the note can help us identify the author. Okay. Let's just shoot the backpack now. It's an idol. Check out this golden sculpture the Witty had in his bag, Katria. There's a tag attached to it with historian Sirius Atwood's name written on it. If this sculpture belonged to Atwood, why did Storm have it? We need to find out. Okay, what was... Alright, we'll care about that later. Let's analyze this green thing. Matcha powder. The green particles on the victim's note are matcha powder. Oh yeah, Ravi mentioned drinking matcha lates. Good memory, Katria. We better ask Ravi what the victim was accusing him of in his note. Okay, first let's go talk to Sirius. Have you seen Ravi, Katria? He asked to bring him some of my vitamin D lozenges. He's around here somewhere. But, speaking of sharing, did you give Storm this sculpture? I most certainly did not. Storm stole this priceless artifact from me. Why would Storm steal from you? You were on the same side. For his own financial gain, the boy thought money was more important than saving art. Anyway, I recently noticed that certain items were missing from my collection. Then I realized it was Storm's doing. He was selling my precious pieces at the black market. I confronted Storm, but he said we needed money more than pretty sculptures. He was a shameless thief and a Philistine. Oh, you're not going to be. Okay, let's have a chat with Ravi now. Hey, Katria, I'm about to go play Senate with Sadie. Thought it might help take our minds off Storm, you know. Before you do that, we found your note to Storm. What's he accusing you of? Storm thought I was a traitor to the Resistance. He thought I'd be terror and I was working for the Ptolemy family for real. I'm already in enough danger at the Ptolemy Palace. How could I let Storm turn the Resistance against me too? And you accuse me doesn't help either, Katria, so please stop. Oh, it could be you, and it could be you. Let's see what's on the camera. Katria, you already had a secret admirer, or should I say stalker. So you found photos of Storm on the digital camera we sent you, Penelope? Well, most of the camera contains snaps of the victims, behind. What's more, the photographer followed Storm all the way from Anubis Square to the black market, where he was murdered. Could you work out who Storm's stalker was? Yes, because he'd taken multiple selfies. It was Eugene Duncan. Oh. Wait, so Eugene, the Ptolemy spokesman, had secret hots for our victim? Why he told us he didn't recognize Storm? Donkey has some explaining to do, Katria. But remember, he's with the enemy, so be careful. Okay. Where in horse could it have gone? Lucky for this camera, Mr. Duncan. We saw it has photos of our friend's store, but you told us you didn't recognize him. Darlings, I meet so many people. How can I be expected to remember them all? Let me take another look. Ah yes, he was the boy with the delicious tush. Isn't he delightfully attractive? I guess Thor was good looking, but... Look, being famous means most people don't want to deny me. So, what if sometimes I enjoy nightfall and then make my move? It's my only vice aside from the odd slice of pizza or game of Senet. And how did Storm react to your making your move? He refused my advances. Can you believe it? No one refuses me. If they do, they soon come to regret it. I hate this guy. Well, Katrina pretty sure was kicking up a storm before he died. Storm Huxley riled up two of his resistance pals by stealing from one and accusing another of being a traitor. Ptolemy spokesman Eugene Duncan also hinted that nobody rejects his advances. Why did Storm put up a fight and he retaliated? Katria, we're only a few clues away from solving this murder mystery. Let's take one final look around the square where we know both the victim and the killer went. Okay. Where's the parking sign? I can't find it! I had more than enough time. Just give it a hint. I was looking for the B sign and you say parking. Wow. That's all I had to do. Katria, Kai said that the laser gun used to kill our victim was missing its energy cell. And this cell looks the perfect size for a murder weapon. Let's get a sample of those particles left on the cell. And I agree, we better reassemble those pieces of plastic. Come on, Katria, we're so close to catching our laser zapping killer. Okay. Okay, let's restore this. Oh, some eye protection. Laser protect. Oh. Katria, these goggles say laser protect on them. Wait, does it protect your eyes from the flare of a laser gun? Katria, this must be the goggles the killer wore. Let's send him to Tio. Okay. Okay, now the battery. Or those skin cells. What? That was a guess. We should get the particles from the laser gun's energy itself directed to Theo, Katerina. Okay. Let's first check out the protection goggles. Jack, I'm worried about the bed too, but she's a tough cookie. I know, but I couldn't bear her being turned into a slave again. Oh, hey Katerina. Sorry, I just needed to talk to someone about the bed. Theo's all yours. Oh, poor Jack. He and the bed were super close. But all we can do for now is push on with our investigation. You're right. And speaking of which, I found minuscule strands of blonde hair on the curious goggles you sent through. These strands clearly got caught in the straps as your blonde-haired killer was taking them off. So our killer is a blondie. I will make them easy to spot, Katerina. Yes. Okay, now the skin cells. Theo, could you work out what those particles left on the butter weapon's energy cell were? It took a bit longer than usual since I don't have my own equipment, but yes. The particles are skin cells, Katerina. They must have come from the killer as they were loading the cell into the laser gun. Anyway, the high quality of collagen in the cells reveals that your killer is under 30 years of age. Our killer may be under 30, but they are still old enough to know that murder is wrong, Katerina. That's right. Right, Katria, we collected enough evidence to nab the person who murdered resistance fighter Storm Huxley. Let's go get him. Okay. Oh, it was the girlfriend. Was that all because of the vaccines? Or something else? Sandy, we know you murdered your boyfriend. Katria, haven't I suffered enough without your baseless accusations? There's nothing baseless about them. You attacked Stone with a laser gun at the black market and then discarded your weapon in a newbie square. Why would you think that has anything to do with me? Because your skin cells and hair were all over the energy cell and protection goggles you used. What confuses us is why you killed the father of your child. Okay, he didn't let your son get vaccinated, but although survived his measles, so no harm done, right? Oh, you have no idea. Measles was the least of it. I killed Storm because he was willing to risk our son's life for his insane plans. What do you mean? Nobody notices a 6-year-old kid, do they? So, although was a perfect way for Storm to do things like spy on people and to sneak into places and plant bombs. But you know the worst part of it? He was brainwashing our child, although wanted to help Storm. As a mother, I had no choice but to protect my son. And so you killed Storm. At first I tried to reason with him when I confronted him tonight. I grabbed him, begging him to stop. But he just wouldn't listen, so I did what I had to do to save my son. And I don't regret it one bit. Sadly, what Storm was doing to others was horrific, but we still need to inform Isabel Huxley about what you did to her son. Sadie, how could you kill my only child? Because your only grandson's life was at stake. Storm wanted to use Alden in his violent plans and he didn't care if it cost his life. I agreed that Storm had been getting totally out of control, but surely there was a way to stop him that didn't involve murder. Look, do whatever you want with me, as long as you promise you'll look after Aldo. There's already enough bloodshed in the world and I'm not about to add to it. You'll find out soon enough what I decide to do with you. Katria, you proved yourself once again to be a worthy investigator. Thank you for solving Storm's murder and helping me gain closure. Thanks. That's very appreciating. Katria, well done sawing the murder of Storm Huxley. Whatever happens, it'll help cement our alliance with the Resistance. This case shows how desperate times can drive people to extreme lengths. Sadly killed Storm. But only to save their son from becoming a soldier in his father's violent crusade. The way they wanted to use him to plant bombs and the like. What a jerk. Agreed. But moving on to our other concerns, the 5th of July celebrations in honor of Ptolemy rule are about to kick off. It's highly likely we'll discover Nebeta's fate during this event, so we'd better get there before it starts. That's right. Okay, that's all we have to do for now. So, we're gonna stop here. We got continue playing in Time is Alive, number 2. So, thank you for watching. Dr. Lee, like this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!